How's it going, everybody? Jacob Rothenberg here, going to give you a presentation on self-publishing for lifestyle freedom and success. So if you have encountered this video and you're relatively new to self-publishing, the objective of this presentation is to give you an idea of what to expect in terms of what you'll see as being advantageous and synergistic with what you might be looking for with achieving online passive income, along with lifestyle freedom, having that passive income come in to you 24/7, and the eventual financial or lifestyle success that you see as a possible outcome of this venture. Likewise, I'm going to identify for you some possible challenges, obstacles with the business model so you can really set your expectations to a realistic level of what you'll encounter, along with how to possibly counter or negate some of the challenges that you'll face. Myself, I have been publishing for over a year on Amazon. I don't know if I can consider myself to be a top publisher by any means, not even close, but I do make thousands of dollars per month online passively from Amazon. And as of recent, I am making hundreds of dollars per day on Amazon. I'm seeming to be on pace for a big month. But with that said, I want to take this presentation to show you, a newer publisher, what you can expect. So here we go. So just to give you a basic overview of the self-publishing model, in case you have not already dealt with the model, you are maybe watching this video curious about how this all works, let me explain. First, products related to physical paperback books, electronic books like ebooks, and even audiobooks are content that you create and eventually you upload them on Amazon. Given there are other sites that you could do this with, but for all intents and purposes, we're going to simplify this presentation and focus on using Amazon as our platform for self-publishing. Likewise, customers can purchase your products on Amazon upon searching for them. So let's say you have a book related to, let's say, female psychology. If a customer categorizes their search for books and searches for female psychology, they will have a search listing showing books related to female psychology. Likely what they're going to see are a whole slew of books in which one of those results, hopefully yours, comes up. A customer gets interested into buying your product and they eventually decide to make the purchase on Amazon for your product. With that, you are paid a royalty of the total sale profit. So I'm not going to give you exact numbers for this example, but I believe with Amazon's ebooks, you make a 70% royalty off of the total sale, with the book being $2.99 through $9.99. So let's say Jonathan is interested in buying a book related to female psychology. He finds your ebook listed at $2.99. Okay, Jonathan's going to be able to download that ebook for $2.99, and in turn, you get a royalty to the amount of 70% based on that sale on Amazon. If that makes sense, that's pretty cut and dry, fairly simple business model from start to finish. Now, one of the few advantages that this business model has, it's one of the truly passive ways to make money online. Relatively little maintenance is needed after a product is loaded on Amazon. So, once you have your book on female psychology up for sale on Amazon, at that point, you can pretty much set it and forget it. Now, of course, there's some things you can do, like gathering reviews. doing promotion on your own side to garner more sales. You can set up an ad campaign, etc. That's all optional. So by all means, by all intents and purposes, using Amazon self-publishing is one of the true passive ways to make money online. You could theoretically have 20 books up, make a couple thousands of dollars on month one, not do anything for 60 days, and you will still see earnings on month two and month three. Unfortunately, I have to say this, I've been lazy at times, and I've done this to where I haven't touched anything related to my business for 30, 60, 90 days, and I still received four-figure paychecks. Now, compared to other business models, other lucrative online business models, not like running a blog and doing like Google AdSense, that's really easy. But in comparison to other lucrative online business models, affiliate marketing, drop shipping, Shopify, running a social media agency, all that, use Amazon self-publishing is very easy to learn in comparison to those business models. So whereas there's a learning curve with affiliate marketing and learning all these technical tidbits about how to like run a funnel, how to do like A and B split testing, how to set up a payment gateway in case your affiliate doesn't have one set up, how to manage a cost per click campaign, all that stuff gets entangled with affiliate marketing. Likewise with drop shipping, you have to like identify a manufacturer or distributor you want to buy from. You would ideally want to have the product brought from overseas to here locally, so you can have local fulfillment. And there's a lot of ties and knots to go around with that. Whereas in comparison with Amazon, this is something you could, well, I don't want to get too over-promising on this, but this is something you can learn the basics of in a day, maybe a few days, with the bare basics of how to set up a book, how to upload it, and how to have a very basic idea of promoting it. So this is something you can get started in one day. Myself, just telling you from my personal experience, the very first ebook I ever uploaded was a crappy 7-page ebook in which I had no prior instruction on how to upload. I went to kdp.amazon.com. I went through the walkthrough and I did it all by myself in about, I'd say, 20 minutes my first go around, without any instruction from outside third parties, without any courses, without any online tutorials. I did it myself. So self-publishing in of itself is very easy to learn. Now, the biggest thing by far, in my opinion, and this is especially important if you've been around in internet marketing for a while, this is the golden goose of Amazon self-publishing, is that there's no need to really hustle for traffic. You are connected to Amazon's massive customer network. So, I mean, for a ballpark figure, Amazon has literally hundreds of millions of customer profiles, okay, all searching for our products to buy. Yes, at times there's people browsing for products and doing some window shopping, but for the most part, if you're on Amazon, you are being conditioned to buy, add to cart, one-click purchase. And with that, there are literally millions of customers on the site every second. Now, in comparison to other online business models like affiliate marketing, where you're running your own web page, you're really having to hustle for consistent traffic, whether it's through optimal SEO methods to get your website to be visible for Google search rankings, or if it's promotion on social media, most likely you'll end up having to pay for paid traffic to your website, or having to be really creative with like networking with other people in the industry and such. Like all that stuff you have to do for traffic is not a problem when you're connected to a network like Amazon for selling your products. That in and of itself is why people turn to self-publishing. More advantages. I couldn't just have one slide with advantages. There's more advantages as well. You can start with little to no budget. Seriously. So, I mean, speaking on my behalf, I started literally without paying for anything. My first ebook was, again, a 7-page ebook I wrote myself. As for the cover, regretfully, I used the cover creator on Amazon's self-publishing portal. Just slapped it on in like 10 minutes. And even though it's definitely not pretty, I still got a book up for free on Amazon, and it made me some money. Lifetime value of that first 7-page ebook is $200, by the way. So it made its run. And I even did that with my second and third books. But yeah, if you really wanted to, you could start with nothing and be able to get some money coming in through Amazon. Now, fortunately, if you do things more efficiently, I'd say even smarter, you would want to outsource such facets like the book production, the writing, cover design, formatting, review, promotion, all that stuff. Okay? Outsourcing that is relatively inexpensive if you don't want to go through the route of writing your own content, creating your own cover, all that crap. Like, I shouldn't even say crap, all those aspects of publishing. All that stuff you can do relatively inexpensively. So for a first-time publisher, honestly speaking, I would not advise you to go too big on your first book in terms of expenditure. You could start out with a 10,000 word ebook that I can see being produced for like $150, along with a $5 cover that you can get on Fiverr.com, and doing the formatting yourself, which honestly only takes 10 minutes. Emeka Osai has a great guide on that on YouTube, by the way. But yeah, you could absolutely outsource an entire book for $155. Now, if you're from a third world country, or you're from a country where your currency doesn't translate very well into US dollars, that is still somewhat substantial. I have to sympathize with that. Yeah, it's not going to be that inexpensive. But if you just save up a few weeks' income, if you work a few extra hours, maybe work a few extra weekends for that $155, you can get in the game with outsourcing a book. Or like I said, you can write it yourself if outsourcing is not an option. Now, if you're from the United States, you're from a first world country or developing country where you've got some disposable income, fortunately, hopefully. Now, that is really inexpensive, right? $155. You can spend that on one night out with your friends on some gosh damn drinks, right? So don't get too stingy on that idea. So you can absolutely start with 3 books on the market for less than $500. And that's honestly what I would suggest is having a budget of $500 to even $1,000 if you want to go more high end or write longer books for outsourcing. Now, also, in the last, of course, I have to plug this in. There are fantastic resources and courses for publishing nonfiction books. Not just mine, but there's some also other great courses. My self-publishing blueprint comes to mind. I'll have a whole list for you later, but yeah. And by the way, this presentation is for nonfiction books. If you are interested in doing fiction publishing, or if you're even a fiction writer who wants more direction on how to succeed in Amazon with your content, there's only really one person who's an authority figure on that for teaching you how to do it, and it's Carla Marie. So be sure to check her out. Her content out on YouTube, and eventually you can get to her site. I'm not being paid to promote her. She doesn't even really know who I am. I don't think so. But yeah, definitely check her out if you're a fiction writer or publisher. Now, because I keep it real, because I want to keep your expectations congruent with what will happen and what you'll encounter with publishing, the real challenges of this business model. So, I'll tell you right now, if you're brand new to this business, your first few books will likely not be profitable. Your first few books will likely have some significant errors in execution, whether it's the keywords you chose to publish for aren't that profitable, or maybe you chose keywords in which there's a ton of competition and it's going to be really, really hard for a customer to even find your book upon searching for the keyword you're publishing for. Or maybe your cover sucks, maybe you have a few typos in your book that turned off people. Like, you're going to have to pay the learning tax the first 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 books that you publish. It's just the way it is. Now, that's not meaning to say that you can't be profitable with your first few books. Fortunately, I was profitable with my first few books. That got me going. But at the same time, I probably have more money spent in books that have failed than anyone else I know. I have literally lost thousands of dollars in failed books. As good as I am now, especially compared to like back then, like back nearly a year ago, when I was still kind of learning the ropes, I had to pay my learning tax. I've made big mistakes in books, and it's just part of the process. So you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. Hopefully you win more than you lose. Don't be too surprised if your first few books lose. Learn from it. Learn what you need to improve on. What skill gap can you gain from back then towards now? Get on it and just use it as part of what you'll need to improve on or implement for your next few books. Now, that being said, once you hire someone established with Amazon self-publishing, first few months in, it can be difficult to sustain a consistent income level. Earnings can be unstable month to month. So I think when I was like my first few months on Amazon, I'm one of the lucky few, I suppose, who ramped up pretty quickly. But like month 3, after taking a course, my self-publishing blueprint, after taking the blueprint, month 2, my income was 880. Month 3, I think I was up to 2,660. Crazy. And then after that, I dropped to like, I think like 1,700. Like, it can be all over the place. You can't count on having perfectly stable income levels. And really, this is true for a lot of online business models, but it definitely also holds true with Amazon self-publishing. So if you have made, and I know a lot of people in the industry, people who make $13,000 like a month usually can only sustain that if A, their name is Sean Dollett and they've got like 200 books out. He doesn't really know I'm talking about him, but shout out to Sean. Or they just keep publishing, and that's something I'm going to have to mention really soon, is that, yeah, in order to sustain a consistent income level, you either need books that will sell long term, and eventually they will drop off, to be honest with you, and you'll have to keep producing content for some degree of stability. Now, tied in with that, I can tell you this firsthand. I'm probably the best authority with this on Amazon with self-publishing. Products related to short-term fads or trends will completely die out after their run. Meaning to say, like, to give you an example, last year, one of my first few successes with Amazon self-publishing, how I gained prominence was I published a book on fidget spinner tricks. I was one of the first few published to ever do it. I sold, I think in July of 2017, over 800 copies of that book. 800 copies of one book in 1 month, 1 year ago. You know how many fidget spinner tricks books I've sold now? In August of 2018, 0. I've sold over 600 yo-yo tricks books during December. How many have I sold now? I think actually 2, maybe 3. I can go on and on. I have a few books related to this kind of fad, to this direction. But yeah, if you're using short-term fads or trends that won't sustain after their popularity dies out, your book is going to die out too. So if you're using these type of books as a crutch for your online income, don't get comfortable. It's eventually going to run out. I mean, by all means, and this is why I do it too, it's fast money, it's easy money. You can make multiple hundreds x ROI off of ideas like these. But don't count on it as a sustainable online income you can rely upon a year out from now. So that's something you have to be wary of. And like I was just saying before, you will need to continually publish more and more books to maintain and grow your monthly income. And not that it's a hassle necessarily, or that it's a really a disadvantage, like a bad feeling to it. But it's like any business, right? Like if you neglect any business after a while, even if it's doing super well and it can run well for a couple months without any involvement from you, eventually it's gonna die out, right? So it's not really any different with self-publishing. It's just that you will need to continually publish more books to not even just grow your income, to maintain it, to maintain the status quo. You're going to have to replace income that you've lost from prior books with new content that you're putting out there on Amazon. So that's one thing to keep tabs on, is that it's not like a treadmill or anything, but you're going to have to like publish at least one book a month, to real, and hopefully it's a successful book too. You need to get things going continually, and it's a business you need to keep running. So it's not something that you can set and then forget after 12 months. If you know a business model like that, other than like something like stocks or something more high risk, let me know. Let me know a business model that doesn't die out after you've neglected it for so many months, and let's see if you can come up with something better than self-publishing for online sales. Now, I have been in this space for a while. I have seen literally hundreds of self-publishers come through the ranks of a course or courses. I've seen all types of people come and go. Unfortunately, I've seen some acquaintances of mine through the community try their shot and go as well. But I've seen general trends with people who succeed in self-publishing. Number one, people who succeed in self-publishing never give up after setbacks and losses. So I've got 3 names here from people I know in my self-publishing blueprint: Ahilan, Soraj, and Iona. These 3 people started around the same time as me in the course that we all learned self-publishing from, my self-publishing blueprint. And I had, I guess, what could be considered immediate success with self-publishing. Although I was one of the first students to ever sign up, I was also the first student to earn their first $1,000 online from Amazon, and also the first student to earn my first $1,000 per month consistently online through Amazon. Whereas these 3 people I remember, Ahilan, Soraj, Iona, these 3 individuals didn't really find their mark with self-publishing. I remember these 3 people, Ahilan comes to mind as well. They were asking question after question of, why am I not seeing success? I'm putting all this effort, all this expenditures, all this capital investment, all this hard work into these books I'm putting out, but I'm just not seeing any results. But guess what? They continually learned from their mistakes. And even though someone here, Soraj, was on the brink of quitting, and he actually thought the whole course was a bunch of actors placed to funnel people into buying more electronic products, which is totally awesome. But these 3 people kept their guns to it, and now they're full-time online entrepreneurs. So Ahilan makes a full-time living off of Amazon self-publishing. Soraj lives in India, third world country. I believe he's clearing $6,000 a month, US dollars. Okay, living in India. That makes him fucking rich over there. Okay, he's killing it. He was the one who was probably struggling the most of these 3 names. And you have Iona too. I remember her started almost the same time as me. She was not really seeing anything beyond a couple hundred per month from all the books she had online. Now she's doing very well for herself. I believe she runs her own dating consulting company. I believe for primarily women, also men, but she's doing that along with success that she's having with what I believe are dating and relationship advice books on Amazon. So shout outs to all these three people, and that's really what it takes. So you never give up despite whatever comes your way with setbacks and losses. Now, this is universal with nearly everyone who does well, is that we all continually work on our business and improve our ability in self-publishing. So I am improving almost on a daily basis with what I know in self-publishing. I'm always learning new things. I'm always talking to certain people, usually top-level publishers, and exchanging knowledge on maybe a facet I have with related to keyword research. I'm particularly good at that, or some insight I see with something related to making more money through this whole Amazon system. And in exchange, I'll get a piece of information like, oh, you can do this and this to increase your sales for audiobooks, or this is the threshold you need to like triple your earnings for a product for your ACX audiobook, or hey, this is the best way to approach your ebook business. Here's how you want to structure your books to maximize earnings for ebooks. Like all this stuff, all this more higher level stuff that you'll end up encountering comes along with just like continually staying engaged with the community, with the industry, and talking to other people. And with that, you're always going to be applying it to your business. So you want to stay engaged with this business and continually work on books, preferably every month. I mean, that's not much to ask, right? One book per month. That's barely any work. But yeah, staying engaged is key. Now, this is the big thing. And I can tell you this because I'm fortunately in the circle too. Like I'm not yet a 5-figure per month publisher. I will be. Mark my words, I will be pretty freaking soon. But I know this firsthand. I'll be the one to tell you this. The top self-publishers all work with each other. You have to find people to partner with. So, I mean, this is not really a secret anymore. I mean, Emeka's been mentioning it in his videos, okay? But guess who Emeka has been working with for his most recent books? He mentions my name. It's me. I work with Emeka, and Emeka works with me. We collaborate. We partner with each other. We exchange and convey different ideas, different concepts, different experiments we're running with our books, and sharing the data, the outcomes, the solutions we're finding to problems. Okay, and that's what's really ramping up our income so quickly from publishing itself. So if you're like connecting the dots here, you've seen the video of Emeka's earnings. I mean, yes, a large degree of it is without a doubt his coaching and his course earnings. But if you know his publishing income, it has gone literally threefold from 2,000, 3,000 a month to now what's ballooning to over 10,000 a month. Over 10,000 a month from just publishing. And that's all, well, I won't say all. I mean, come on, that's kind of a cocky thing to say. But a lot of it is with Emeka's ability to network with other publishers. Okay, this time I can say mostly me. And, and just work with other publishers on how he can improve his books and what things he can do to like maximize his earnings. And likewise, you know, he bounces off things he's doing and I pick up things too. Like I've made a lot more money than ever before consistently with self-publishing because I'm working with Emeka. So whereas like last year, I think in November of last year, I was at 1,500 a month, maybe. And then December, I had that monster holiday month of $4,000 plus. Okay, now I'm on pace to surpass $4,000 easily this month. And that's on what's considered to be the slowest month of the year for Amazon book sales because everyone's out on the beach and out during the summer weather partying instead of reading books. But yes, you absolutely need to find other people to partner with. They're in the freaking community. Find a couple people, chat with them. You want to find someone who's ideally maybe on your level, maybe a little bit above you, just a tad bit, so that you have your own value to share with someone and you can collaborate with someone. Don't be a little selfish, insecure person like hiding your keywords. Like chances are, like all the top publishers know everyone else's keywords, man. Like we know each other's keywords, and we're still making a lot of freaking money. So don't be afraid of giving out your keywords. I mean, not openly, but like sharing them with someone and bouncing ideas back and forth on what you can improve on, what approaches you can use to better sell towards a keyword. And you can do the same for your partner as well. So you're not going to know everything about this business. You're going to have blind spots you'll encounter with how you're approaching a certain promotion of a product. And you want that blind spot covered by someone who might have more insights or a different perspective from what you're looking at. Now, of course, too, the best self-publishers or people who succeed in publishing in general, the ones who really make $1,000 per month, $2,000 per month, $3,000 per month, above, nearly all of them aren't afraid to invest in themselves for continual learning. So whether it's courses or even masterminds related to self-publishing, they are not afraid of putting in the money. And this probably sounds to you like I'm trying to pitch you courses or trying to prime you so that get ready to buy some freaking courses. Maybe I am, shit. But let me tell you something. These courses are pretty freaking inexpensive compared to what's out there in other industries. I mean, would you rather pay $10,000 for an FBA course that might work? I mean, I'm not dogging that. Like, it probably does work. But, like, there's courses out there that are $10,000 compared to other courses that come in reasonably priced at $300. Mine is $67 per month. Like, there are very affordable options for continuing your learning with self-publishing that won't break your bank or really hurt your budget, especially as you start to accrue earnings online. So, great resources in case you haven't already been working with these for self-publishing. These are all paid courses or paid masterminds, but let me tell you something. The blueprint has, when I bought it, I was one of the first students. I was lucky enough to catch it at $97, okay? It's made me tens of thousands of dollars. Like, I've made ridiculous hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of ROI off of a $97 course. So guess what? If I were too cheap to buy a $97 course, I would not be here right now. I would not have a 65-inch TV. I would not have a fucking luxury car sitting outside my condominium. I wouldn't have the condominium that I'm living in right now if I didn't buy a $97 course. So strap some balls on, man up, woman up, get some courage, and don't be freaking cheapskate. Just invest in yourself. Like I said, you're either going to spend it at McDonald's or on some drinks, or you're going to spend it on something that'll actually improve your life. So don't shy away. We've got the first annual Self-Publishers Mastermind in Cancun. It can't be over-promoted enough. This has the best ROI of all the options you have with self-publishing. If you want to join an inner circle, a true circle of people who are financially free in terms of not being hard-bound to a 9-to-5 job, I'm probably the only one remaining in the circle that even keeps a 9-to-5 job, but, you know, I like making my money. And this won't be for much longer. But hey, if you want to join a circle where people really, really, really know their craft with self-publishing and who can help you achieve your goals with lifestyle freedom, online success, having the laptop lifestyle where you can work from wherever, whenever, as you please. This is the event you want to attend. There's nothing like it right now. So it's running from September 6th to the 9th. If you sign up now, you will be able to join my course, the Elite Keyword Mastermind, 1 month for free. If you're interested in joining the mastermind, leave me a message or comment below, or even find me on Facebook, hit me up, and I'll get you hooked up. And no, I don't get an affiliate commission for this. This is just for your own gosh damn benefit. Just show up to the fucking mastermind. Don't be stupid. Okay, so now, if you're entirely new to self-publishing, probably the best solution towards learning self-publishing is going to be my self-publishing blueprint. Not only does it have a complete walkthrough on how to publish a book and all that great stuff, what you're really paying for is access to the biggest community in self-publishing. So, yeah, you can actually learn everything you want about how to get a book outsourced, how to have a cover created, how to format a book. All that stuff you can learn from YouTube videos. But what YouTube videos can provide you is an actual community. You can have your questions answered with things you may encounter, problems you might find, challenges you see with maybe your strategy on your approach with books that more experienced, more successful publishers can instantly answer for you. So no question in the blueprint really is ever left unanswered. I myself answer most questions, so I'm definitely there. So that's definitely the best option in terms of online courses for getting started. Now there are some more advanced courses out there now, and it's funny to say we're actually all students of Emeka. So some publishers have really taken off on the Amazon network and have learned so much that they've been able to specialize in certain aspects of publishing, even exceeding Emeka by some means. And with that specialization, grow out the community with their own course with ideas and concepts on a super advanced level. So, of note, one that's created by Oliver, is he's a publisher who's been making over $14,000 a month consistently. He started October of 2017, and he's clearing consistently 5-figure income monthly. He has Double Your Kindle Sales. This is a course that teaches you super advanced level copywriting, also with book strategy on how to effectively most market your book, what demographics to reach, what types of approaches you can take to really literally double your Kindle sales. And it's higher level thinking. It's something that I've taken that's also really helped me not just make more money with Amazon, but advance my thinking and logical processes of what I need to look for in promoting and successfully selling more of my books. Another course out there is Amazon Marketing Services, AMS, Ad Profit Formula. This is a course where you learn all the ins and outs of Amazon's pay-per-click marketing campaign for your books that you can use to advertise a sponsored listing for your book. So this is, again, not for beginners. This is more advanced level stuff. Check that out. And I'll have links below for all this for you soon. So links will be a little below if you're interested. That's really cool to check out once you get your feet with getting books out. This is AMS Ad Profit is something you definitely need to pick up if you're competing in more saturated, more popular niches, and you literally need to pay for your book to get on the first page. And that's something that I do and I profit from. So that's super important. A course by Michael Jack. He's a longtime publisher who's been around for, I think, almost 4 years now. He offers a lower cost alternative for self-publishing courses. Rapid publishing keywords. It's at a lower price point. It teaches you the basic facets of keyword research done his way. Some very solid information on strategy for keyword research and how to get your book marketed. So that's a great option too for more novice level publishers who are still kind of formulating some basis of strategy for their book launches. And it's also a great cost effective investment for people who don't have maybe enough of a disposable income for online courses. Now, of course, I had to save the best for last. My own course is the Elite Keyword Mastermind. Probably the only course out of all these that is going to literally print the fucking money for you. Straight up. So that's no hype. What this course is all about, aside from the fact that I teach you how to find great keywords, profitable keywords within minutes, sometimes seconds, instead of the days, the freaking weeks you're spending looking for good keywords. I teach you how to do it much more quickly, what strategies to use, how to market your books more effectively my way, and best of yet, I give you keywords to publish for every month. I handpick keywords you need to publish for. You just create the book based on the keyword that I give you. I give you 3 to 4 keywords every month. Choose one, choose two, choose all 3 every month. Publish books for them. You'll make money. Simple as that. Doesn't get better than that. So, it's been a long video, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you for watching all the way through. If you have liked this video, let me know. Hit a like. Let me know what you want to see. What do you want to see next in terms of content? I love giving more presentation style videos. I want to be able to convey to you more information regarding publishing. We can talk about lifestyle, success, and self-development, and that's great and all, but let's focus on publishing and focus on making you more money. So let me know more of what you'd like to see. Likewise, subscribe, watch more of my great content that I've got out already and stuff that I'll have coming out real soon. Till then, later.